can they also come out to now apologize to Peter Obi? Can they do that? The video went viral where Peter Obi was serving food to poor people. And what did the Tinubu boys do? They went to market, and in an attempt to demarket Peter Obi, they called him all manner of names. They said he was chasing clout. All manner of names. In fact, the one that pained me the most is videos that were done by fellow Igbos criticizing Peter Obi for chasing clout, for helping people, for doing good. You know, the Bible says, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. The Bible actually says that. But they went to market to call a dog a bad name so they can hang him, to give Peter Obi a bad name that is not his. And so they said he was chasing clout. Now, it so turns out that the information has now been released that Peter Obi was not even the only person who was in that program serving food to the poor. You also have an APC senator, Ezunazu, in that program serving food to the poor. And guess what? It also turns out that it was a program designed to celebrate the birthday of a reverend father, where they were doing role play, switching roles, where the rich were made to serve the poor. And Peter Obi is one of the rich that complied. Now that the truth is out, can you all now come and apologize to Peter Obi? You must do videos, oh. You must do videos the way you did videos, the way you did posts, to call Peter Obi a bad name, to demarket him. You must now come out, now that the truth is out, to say you were wrong and apologize to him. Woe to them that call evil good just for their pocket's sake. You would expect that a leader that behaves the way Peter Obi behaved will be given accolades. But no. What am I saying? Nigerians know who Peter Obi is. No amount of propaganda that you cook up against him will change the minds of Nigerians. Nigerians know that Peter Obi is the only empathetic leader that has empathy, compassion, that cares. Is only Peter Obi. Now forget that this was just a role play where the rich were made to serve the poor. That is who Peter Obi is. And Nigerians know it. Now for the election, we know that in a free and fair election, Peter Obi wins hands down. And that is why what we need to focus on is not your propaganda. You're trying to demarket Peter Obi. That's not what we are focusing on. We are focusing on ensuring that there is free and fair elections in 2027. Free and fair elections. Demarket Peter Obi all you want. It's a bubble. Your bubble will soon burst. Nigerians know the truth. The only way you get away with your propaganda is when Tinubu rigs the election in 2027. We are not afraid that he's going to rig. We are not in doubt that he's going to rig. We are very certain that he will rig. But you know what? We are ready for the attempt because we have mechanisms that will make sure that such rigging attempts fail in 2027. That's the only option. So right now, we will tell you, apologize to Peter Obi, even though we know you will not apologize. But this is just to clear the air for Nigerians that their God-sent leader has been vindicated once again. Peter Obi has been vindicated. Now, even if it was not a role play, what Peter Obi did is who he is. But it turns out it was a role play. And it turns out it was not only Peter Obi at that event. Now, after all the smear campaign, all the campaign of calumny, all the false propaganda against him, can they now come out and apologize and do a correction video? They won't. But do Nigerians know the truth? Nigerians know the truth. Will Nigerians act on the truth in 2027? Yes, they will. Every attempt to stop the voice of Nigerians in 2027 will be resisted legally, spiritually, physically, traditionally, ordinarily that you can have by the special grace of God. This brings me to the issue of Kenneth Okonkwo. Can Kenneth Okonkwo also now come out and explain to Nigerians why he said that the only way Tinubu can be defeated is if you back a northern candidate? Let us fact-check Kenneth Okonkwo. Let us fact-check him. He said the only way that Tinubu can be defeated and removed from office legitimately is if a northern candidate contests with Tinubu in 2027. And he gave all manner of analogy. And you know the way Kenneth Okonkwo is passionate. You would almost think that he was telling the truth. But was he? Let us fact-check him. Is it true that the reason why Buhari won or defeated Goodluck Jonathan in 2015 is because Goodluck Jonathan was a southern candidate and Tinubu was a northern candidate? Is that why? Is it true that the only way to defeat Tinubu is if you present a northern candidate because Tinubu today in 2025 is from the south? Think about it. What Kenneth Okonkwo fails to realize, and what Nigerians must remind him, is that two things were responsible for the victory of the coalition, the APC, that brought Buhari in 2015. Two things were responsible, and those two factors, are they available today? What are the two factors? Number one, you had a president, Goodluck Jonathan, that was not hell-bent on rigging the election. At least, all of us Nigerians agree that to some extent, the election of 2015 was free and fair. We all agree to that extent. Now, the election of 2015 is free and fair. And two, you had a president who was not hell-bent on rigging the elections. Those two conditions, can we say the same about Tinubu and the 2027 elections? Is Tinubu willing to allow INEC to conduct free and fair election? Is he? Will INEC conduct free and fair election? Will there not be glitches? Now, if there was free and fair election, like there was in 2015, will Tinubu win? The answer is no. Let us set this record straight. In 2015, despite the fact that the election was free and fair, if the APC had another candidate like Atiku, do you think that APC would have defeated Jonathan in 2015, despite the assumed free and fairness of the election of that year? Now, come to 2027. Do you think that in a free and fair election, if the candidates were now Atiku versus Tinubu, do you think that Atiku will win? Let's not joke. Let's not joke. Let's not allow one individual to put his personal ambition above the interest of a full country. Atiku is one among over 220 million Nigerians. The interest of the whole should be put above the interest of Atiku. And this is a strong message to all of you that are selfishly pushing Atiku to run, that are selfishly refusing to tell him the bitter truth that he needs to stand by, to sit this one out till 2031 to support Peter Obi. If the elections in 2027 were free and fair, and Atiku is the candidate against Tinubu, Atiku will lose. And if the roles were reversed, if the candidate against Tinubu in 2027 is Peter Obi wins. Now, all of this is dependent on whether the election of 2027 is free and fair or will be free and fair. Indications right now are that Tinubu is not interested in a free and fair elections. And that is why I don't want to get distracted with all of the propaganda. Those who came out with the propaganda who are in a life and death mission to demarcate Peter Obi, despite all of his good qualities. I am not distracted by the activities because I know that Nigerians know the truth. What is important for me and should be important to every well-meaning Nigerian is how to ensure that the 2027 elections are free and fair. The only way Tinubu is defeated is if, number one, Peter Obi is the candidate of the coalition against Tinubu and the APC. And two, we have free and fair elections. The first one we leave to the coalition and the APC. Let's sit and wait and watch and see how things turn out. But for the second part, you and I have a task to ensure free and fair election so that we can expose the lies of people like Kenneth Okonkwo and the lies of the people who went to market saying that Peter Obi was chasing clout for doing a good deed. We must ensure free and fair elections. Now, what can we do in this regard? We need the technology, we need the people to come up with a complete and total rigging-proof solution. The technology is Vote Vision, Election Watch. That's the technology. What about the people? Polling unit marshals. How many do we need? 600,000 volunteers across the length and breadth of Nigeria. With this alone, we can guarantee 100% transparency of the elections in 2027. So transparent that INEC will have no way to manipulate it, that the court will have nowhere to stand but to defend the true mandate of the people. The question now is, what are you going to do as a Nigerian? Will you allow yourself to be distracted by all this smear campaign and campaign of calumny, smear propaganda against Peter Obi? Or will you take action to ensure that the election is free and fair so that the will of the people can be truly seen or have its way? The choice is yours. Links are in the description. We are waiting for your decision.
Like this, yes, sir. I remember a few days ago where Peter B went for an event, you understand? So where he was serving food to all those poor people. You understand? So since that day now, that video went viral. You understand? So some APC boys APC people, you understand? So they said that Peter Obi is a shade class. You understand? So in instead that it's not only Peter Obi that were serving food on that event. There's one APC senator that we are also serving food on that event. Eh? So why can't be like say na Peter Obi matter na they train. You understand? They say they chase clout. No. Normally Peter Obi he don't think we start all these charity things. You understand? All these philanthropies. He don't think we start am. Not be today. Not because say not because say election they come. You understand? That's why they do all this thing. No. You understand? Peter Obi get the mind of get the heart of people. You understand? How many schools he don't support. He don't support them. How many orphanage he don't support. So you understand me? So I don't know why anything wey Peter Obi do, they will like they will let me they draw their enemy back, not being. I know you understand. Upon your suffering and smiling in this country, some people don't care. They just like this regime. They don't care as far as they see small thing. Well, it's very bad. You get me? So no matter what, so who God have blessed, no man can curse. You understand? That is it. So now that make me believe. Well, me cannot talk too much. I'm gonna share this video and follow me for more updates. One for Sugar Boy.